Hello, my name is Kelly and welcome to my channel. So it's been a while since I have done a book haul. The thing is, I was trying to be a good girl and I was trying really hard not to buy any books. Around the beginning of March is when I started this. It didn't last long. So, but I do have a bunch of books that I got for free during that time, which I thought was really fun. And then I saw books I wanted, so I bought them. So I'm gonna start with the free books because of course those are the most exciting. Anytime you get something free, it's more exciting. So the first thing is that I got from The Voice of the Martyrs, When Faith is Forbidden. It's 40 Days on the Front Lines with Persecuted Christians. I honestly didn't even open it yet. And I figure you guys probably want to see it without all of the shine from the packaging. So that's a whole lot of stuff in there. Envelopes for like donation and stuff. Anyhow, so this is the book. I'm excited about it. I like reading about things that people have experienced with their Christian faith and how God saw them through it, or maybe how it ministered to somebody else, which I think is really awesome. I want to see what it looks like without the dust cover. Oh, that's cool. Oh, you guys, it looks so old. And look at that. I don't know if you can see it. But it says travels right here, and it has a little picture of a world. I'll hide my face. Maybe you can see it better. I don't know how this works. Anyway, so that looks so cool. It looks so old. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm definitely going without the dust cover because honestly, I don't like them anyway. So, and it's my book. I can do what I want. Okay, so my mom sent me a few books, a couple for me, a couple to maybe read with the kids or for me to look over for school stuff. Or to maybe donate to different schools around this area that I know. So one of them is Where Was Patrick Henry on the 29th of May. I'm going to read through this and see if it's something that will kind of go with what my kids are learning. It might just be a fun little nice easy read because it is about the beginning of America. So, and then after they've read it and I've read it, I'll probably donate it to one of the local Christian private schools or something. I don't know, we'll see. And then she also sent me the Shakespeare Stealer. This looks like a middle grade book. And it says he was sent to steal the play from Shakespeare himself. I love Shakespeare, so I'm very excited to read this. I think that it'll just be like a fun little read. So, and apparently the person is supposed to steal the play Hamlet. So I'm excited for that. I thought that was a cool thing that my mom sent me. She also sent me Mr. and Mrs. Fitzwilliam Darcy, a novel by Sharon Lathan. My mom knows that I love Jane Austen. I love Pride and Prejudice. And this is supposed to be someone's take on the continuation of the story. I don't know anything about it other than that, so we'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll read it in July for Jane Austen July. She also sent me, it's very loud right now, it's crinkly, a journal. And it's just a little, it says read, renew, repeat. And it's made with wood, which is kind of cool. And then probably bamboo, more like. Oh, she wrote on the inside of it. I love my mommy. It says, this I give to Kelly. Enjoy this. I love you lots. Aw. She sent me a bunch of stuff, and some of it was for me. Some of it was for my husband and my kids. And so she was just saying that this one's for me. Like, it's not up to people. They don't get to choose. This one's for me. I love the pages. Like, they're very, like, they match the wood. That's kind of cool. Aw, my little mommy. I adore her. She's the best. And then my sister, when I went down to Alabama for her graduation, she had something that she had bought for me from a bookstore, a used bookstore. She had seen it and she was like, oh my goodness, I think Kelly will love this. And I do. So it's The Arthur of English Poets by Howard Maynadier. We're going to say Maynadier. Anyway, it's old and beautiful. I believe, I'm trying to remember when it, I love seeing when other people have owned something and they write their names on it. Yes, this was published in 1907. So it's old and I love it and I cannot wait to read it. Isn't my family's awesome. My mom and my sister sending me books for free during a time when they didn't know I wasn't buying anything. They love me and so does Jesus. Okay, so then there was another book that I got for free. It was like seminar basics kind of book. And it was just for free at the library. So I grabbed it with the intent of like diving more into seeing who it came from when I got home. And then when I got home, I did look into it, which I could have just done at the library. I don't know why I didn't, but I didn't. So, but when I got home, I was looking into who put it together and what are their beliefs, and quickly discovered that it's not necessarily someone or an organization that I wholeheartedly believe or agree with in their faith. I'm not going to say who, but usually I'm all for it. Like, maybe read what different denominations believe about different things, because I believe that if you can research it from all sides, then you can see, like, you can find those little nuggets of truth that help make your faith that much stronger. I don't think that that's something necessarily that a new believer should be doing, but and it also like opens up conversation. It makes it easier for me to understand where someone else in a different denomination is coming from in their belief system. So, and honestly, most of those things that people disagree on aren't going to be detrimental to your salvation. So that's why I'm cool with reading different things. I'm not sure that I will from this book though. So I don't know. If I do, maybe I'll let you guys know. Now I also, speaking of the library, I got books from the bookstore in the library. 3 of them are the Mitford series. The beloved Mitford series. I was in there one time and a lady had just been saying, hey, keep an eye out for these kind of books. They're little mystery books, kind of reminiscent of Father Brown. And so they had the first 3. And I thought that, since they were there and they were like $1.25 for the first one and then 50 cents for the other 2, like $2.25, why not? It looked like an interesting series. I've heard great things about it. I'm excited to read it. Maybe I'll get to them soon-ish. I don't know. We'll see. I'm trying to be I'm trying to give myself grace with the different books that I'm like putting on my plate. So we'll see how soon I get to it. But when I do, I'll let you guys know what I think. Which, by the way, intersection, real quick, PSA, a lot of the books that I show you guys during my hauls, I don't know what they're like. I don't know if they're clean. I don't know if they are biblical, if it is a book that is supposed to be like spiritual formation or something like that. So because I don't know those things, don't go and be like, oh, Kelly had this book, it must be great. I don't know yet. So, I mean, maybe wait until I do a review, maybe, or look at other people's websites to see whether they say that it's something that is biblical or clean, and go from there if I don't have something, because just because I bought it doesn't mean that it's good. I don't know most of them. So anyway, that being said, moving on. Another book that I bought at the library bookstore was When Hope Sank. It's A Day to Remember by Denise Weimer. I think that's Weimer. So I've never heard of her. I've never heard of this book. It was in the Christian fiction section, and it's supposed to be about around the time that the Civil War is starting, and there's a lot of spies on both sides, and a woman overhears what's going on, I guess, and she has to make the choice, like, do I put myself at risk by letting people know about what I heard? And so I think that could be really interesting. I was intrigued enough that I actually paid $3 for it, when usually most of the stuff there is like $1.25. So that must be something. So then, hold on. My daughter loves Goodwill, and she has me take her. And while she's looking at all of the clothes for hours on end, Trinity, I love you, I look at the book section. And if you have me standing there looking at the books long enough, it's gonna get to the point where I end up buying something, because I'm just staring, looking at it, saying, I really want that book. And I have nowhere to go except to just stay here and stare at it while my daughter's looking at clothes. So because of that, I have bought Oscar Wilde, The Importance of Being Earnest. I have read Oscar Wilde before. It was the portrait of the picture, the painting, what's it called? Dorian Gray. Listen, it's him. I'll put the real name down at the bottom. The picture of Dorian Gray. Pretty sure that's it. Listen, my brain is fried right now. So, I'm tired, and it's getting ready to storm, and it messes with my head. So, I've heard great things about this. I've heard it's funny, and I've been wanting to read this. I've heard so many people talk about how good it is. So I was very excited when I saw this there. The Little Princess by Frances Hodgson Burnett. Last month, I read The Secret Garden for the first time, and then I saw this, and I thought, okay, yeah, I'll try another one, because I really liked The Secret Garden, and so I figured that A Little Princess will probably be just as good. I've heard good things about Sue Grafton. I don't know if she's clean. I don't know if like it's actually interesting to read, but because I've heard good things, I decided that I would go ahead and try it when I found A is for Alibi, which I believe is the first one in her series. I think it like goes in alphabetical order. I'm not, listen, and I have a few that like I just kind of came across once upon a time. Listen, they're somewhere. Oh, they're up there. And like, but none of them was in order. And I was like, I will not start reading it until I find A. And I did. So I'm gonna maybe read this soon. I think it's supposed to be like mystery. I don't know, guys. I don't know. But we'll see. I'll let you know. I think I've mentioned before that I have a friend that absolutely loves John Steinbeck. And so I have only read one of his books so far. She gave me another book that it's like Traveling with Charlie or something like that. I plan to read that soon. I came across to A God Unknown, and it says that it's supposed to, like, it's heavily influenced by Paul when he's speaking to the Greeks about their unknown God. And it's heavily influenced by that, and I thought that could be a really interesting read. So we'll see about that. And then I also found The Pearl, which I read in high school, and I remember liking it, but I don't remember a whole lot about it. So I wanted to get it and read it again. It's a very short read. So I feel like, I mean, honestly, I could do this in a day. Like, it's so short. But I just want to be able to refresh my memory about what it was. So we'll see. That way when people ask, I can be like, yes, The Pearl, it's great, it's magnificent, you should totally read it. Or maybe be like, yeah, you know, it's okay. So I found another Agatha Christie mystery book. This one is Murder with Mirrors. I believe I saw an episode for this on BBC. I think. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I did. But I don't remember if this is oh, that's pretty. Okay, the inside of it. Sorry. But I think, I don't know if this is Poirot or if it's Marple or someone else. I feel like isn't it Marple? Is it Marple? Is it Poirot? Listen, I'll figure it out. I'll let you. Haha! List of characters. It's Marple. Yay! I love Marple. She's the best. Okay, so I'm even more excited about that now. I also, a lot of people have been talking about Daphne du Maurier's Rebecca. And I saw this and I thought, do you know what? I've heard so many people say amazing things about it. I'm gonna give it a try. And it says, yep. Oh, a tale of romantic suspense. Well, I like suspense, so of course I'm going to try it. And then I came across The Reporter Who Knew Too Much, the mysterious death of What's My Line TV star and media icon Dorothy Kilgallen. It just sounds really intriguing. I mean, I love a good real life something or other about, what's that called? Real life crime, murder stuff. My brain, I told you guys. But it sounds very intriguing and I can't wait to read it and see what happened with her. I don't know. I'm excited for it. Anyhow, so moving on from there. I was looking on Thrift Books and I saw that they had the first 2 books of the Books of the Infinite series by R.J. Larson. I love this series. I love it. So she takes stories from the Bible and like it's a different world and it's just, I guess you could say, lightly influenced by specific people from the Bible. So I really enjoyed it. And so the first one is prophet, the second one is judge, and then the third one is king. I couldn't find that one, but hopefully I will get that soon and be able to complete this little trilogy. If you haven't read it, give it a try. I know some people feel like they felt like they were just reading a story straight from the Bible, and I don't know how. Because it's a completely different world and like they don't even try to be like, oh, here characters are that, like, it's completely different. It's just slightly influenced by some stories. Like I don't see how anybody who doesn't know the Bible could read this and be like, oh yeah, I know that story. Well, maybe from Judge, maybe apart from Judge, but so I feel like it was something completely different, just slightly influenced. I really like it. And then after that series, she has another series, The Realms of the Infinite, and I really liked that one too. So if you want to check it out. So then, Winter's Maiden by Morgan L. Bussey was really cheap on Amazon. I think it was like $3 something or something, like maybe $6 or something. Listen, it was cheap. And so because I haven't read it yet, I was like, well, shoot, let me get that. And it will encourage me to read it even more because I am interested in it. But I love the covers of the book. I believe this is from Enclave, right? Maybe? Yeah. I love their book covers. Okay, listen, sidetrack. So, Karon Hancock, you guys have heard me talk about her. Anyhow, so she has a series called The Legends of the Guardian King, and beautiful covers. Enclave does such a great job just making these absolutely beautiful covers, and it's really soft paper. So these are books that I don't mind keeping the dust covers on because it's just, I love feeling it, but I do want to see what it looks like. You guys can see with me. Oh, that's gorgeous. Oh my goodness. Okay, and it's very bright blue, but that's so cool. See, so I'm always like, for a while, I had the dust covers off of these ones because I like the hardcover so much. But then I was really missing the beautiful cover that they made as well. Like, it's just, a little sword and then very beautiful spine. And then I miss the dust covers so much that I just had to put the dust covers back on. And I'll probably just switch back and forth between having them on or off like a little dragon. It's so cool. Also, if you haven't checked out this series, I definitely recommend it. I plan to talk about some of my favorite Christian fiction, and I think that will be on the list. And then, okay, so the last book that I have to talk about is we have a fair in town. It's called the Dogwood Festival, and there's different booths, and I just went today, which is what encouraged me to finally make this video. So I just went down there today. My kids were off doing their own thing with their friends, and I was just walking around, and I came to this booth that had blind book date, and like, just, I thought that was so fun, and I got so excited. I've never done something like this before, and so I asked I'm sorry, my nose is itchy. There's like a lot of dust or something. Anyway, so I asked the lady if she had anything that was clean, or if like I'd be able to tell if there was something that was clean just by looking at the description on there. And she was like, well, yeah, we do. What are you interested in? Like, do you want clean romance? And I was like, maybe not romance. I don't mind if there's a little bit sprinkled in, but I like mysteries and stuff like that. So she directed me over to this. She got very excited, and she was like, I have the perfect book for you. And it says, gently used adult historical cozy mystery. It's a whodunit. A young Jane Austen attends a party, and one of the guests is found dead. She must find the killer before someone she loves is found at fault. And it says, fresh, fiendish, and funny. And author perfectly entwines a classic golden era whodunit with the life and society of one of our greatest ever writers. So we're about to see. I really hope it is clean, because I'm going to be really bummed if I bought this and it's not clean, because she was very determined to be like, yes, it is. But we'll see. Okay, so my first ever like blind date book. I'm excited. Okay, by Jessica Bull. And it's called Miss Austen Investigates. I think I've heard of this. If anybody has read this, don't let me know what happens, but let me know if it's clean or not. Okay, because I think that I might like to read this maybe in July, during Jane Austen July as well. I don't know. We'll see. I really hope it's clean. Anyway, so that's it. Those are the books that I have acquired recently. Like I said, it totally blew my not buying anything out of the water. Whoops. But that's okay. We all make mistakes. Anyhow, I hope you guys have a great day. If you've read any of these, like I said, let me know what you think. If there's anything in here that's not clean, please let me know. I'd love to know. Or if it made you think of any other books that you think would be a great suggestion for me to read, let me know. Because like I've said before, I love a good book suggestion and reading something that somebody else suggests to me. I feel like it tells you a lot about somebody. If they suggest something to you, it tells you a lot about them. And I think that's fun. Okay, that's it. I'm gonna go. Bye, guys.